If you're getting phone calls from Google Ads and most of them are just price shoppers, then this video is for you. I walk through why this can happen and how Google Ads can attract different type of callers and what you can do in your campaigns to increase your chance of getting phone calls from people who are more likely to become your customers. So let's get started. So guys, when running Google Ads, there might be two types of customers. One type might be real buyers and they're interested in your services and they can use your services. And the second type of people might be they're just price shoppers. They might click on several ads and they might choose the cheapest option after comparing their prices. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to increase the number of higher quality leads and which kind of strategies I would recommend you using Google Ads. So this is one of our example account, and as you can see in the last 30 days, we've generated around 356 phone calls and 251 conversions. The number of conversions can be less than the number of phone calls because some people might call several times and we need to count them as one phone call, for example. And certain phone calls might be less than, let's say, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or certain phone calls might be missed calls, and we might not count them as conversions here. Or here we can also include sometimes form submission. So overall, this number of conversions can include phone calls happening from the ads, phone calls happening from the website, also form submission. And as you can see, the cost per conversion is on average $24.30. And you can see where I've helped different businesses in different industries to generate phone calls and form submissions using Google Ads. You can also check my website to see more of these kind of case studies. The first thing I would suggest you to do is analyze the source of where the price shoppers are coming from, which specific keywords, which ad groups, which campaigns they're coming from. Maybe they are mostly generated from specific types of keywords. You need to go through these type of keywords and find the source of the price shoppers. So let's see an example. A quick reminder, if you want to copy my exact Google Ads campaign structure for local service businesses to generate phone calls, I'm giving it away for free. You can use it as a blueprint or copy it into your own account. The link is in the description below. So these are example keywords, and if you're going to scroll to the right, from here you need to identify which keywords are generating conversions and which keywords are costing more. So that's one way. You can sort by their cost per conversion, or you can sort by their number of clicks, or you can sort by their costs. And you can identify most expensive keywords where it costed you more and it might not have converted that well. For example, you can find these kind of keywords. Or another way would be you can see which keywords, ad groups, or campaigns are generating phone calls, but the quality of the phone calls may not be high. And from there, you can say, for example, certain keywords or ad groups are attracting more price shoppers than high quality leads. So there can be different ways of analyzing the quality of the leads you're getting. So one way would be by listening to the call recordings. Another way would be by seeing their call length data. Let's say if they have a lot of phone calls with call lengths of, let's say, less than 10 seconds or 20 seconds, most likely those phone calls might not be high quality phone calls if they are coming from first time callers, because first time callers, they want to know more about your business and it needs to take at least, let's say, 60 seconds to know more about your business and services. And if it's less than 20 seconds, 10 seconds, most likely it's not a high quality phone call. And you can do the same with your form submissions as well. For form submissions, you can also analyze the source of the traffic it is coming from which keyword or ad group or campaign it is coming from, and you can analyze where the most price shoppers are coming from. And the next thing I would recommend is to compare price shoppers versus real buyers. For example, certain keywords might attract a lot of high quality phone calls. At the same time, they might also attract some price shoppers. So let's see it from here. For example, I found this keyword as an example, the first keyword, let's say. It has generated around 16 conversions and brought 22 phone calls, which means it might have brought, let's say, 3-4 lower quality phone calls, but at the same time, it might have brought around 16 conversions, which means sometimes keywords can attract lower quality phone calls, but at the same time, it can attract even more higher quality phone calls. That's why you should measure, is this profitable keyword or not? Because certain keywords might be attracting some irrelevant or low quality phone calls, but overall they might be bringing more profit than they're wasting your budget. So that's one way of analyzing the keywords. And overall, pausing the keywords blindly by just looking at the lower quality keywords is not the best strategy. You should also look at the phone calls that are higher quality, and with that way you can look at the bigger picture and then optimize your campaigns with that way. So let's say once you have done the previous steps, you have analyzed the keywords, ad groups, or campaigns which are unprofitable. That means they're attracting more price shoppers than they're bringing real customers. That means those keywords might be unprofitable, and you can find those kind of keywords, or they might also be ad groups, and then pause them. And with that way, you can give your budget to the rest of the keywords or ad groups, which can be more profitable, and you can allocate your budget more efficiently. So guys, we're in the call details report, and from here we can analyze which keywords are performing better or which keywords are attracting more price shoppers than their higher quality phone calls. So it can also help by looking at this report. So as you can see, we have campaign data, ad group data, and search keywords data. From here we can get more idea which of these are bringing which kind of phone calls. So let's say we're gonna only find the phone calls which are less than, let's say, 30 seconds. And as you can see, 60 phone calls in the last 30 days are lower quality phone calls. And keep in mind, these can include missed phone calls, and I don't think we can call them as lower quality phone calls. Or sometimes, let's say, 25-second phone call might be a repeat phone call. For the first time, they might have spoken like 3 minutes, and the second time, they might be just asking, "Are you coming?" Or the technician is coming, and they might say, "Yes, we are going." And that's why they might be a lower quality phone call. That might be inaccurate, but still, this can also help you overall identify the quality of the keywords, ad groups, or campaigns more accurately compared to most of the options you might have. So if you're gonna see that, now we're gonna sort it from high to low. And from here, let's say we can find some keywords which are repeating again and again. And as you can see, it is sorting from high to low, which means it can sort in order, and you can find more repeated keywords which are lower quality. And you can find certain lists of keywords which are lower quality, and at the same time you need to check whether they are also bringing a lot of higher quality phone calls. And if they're bringing a lot of higher quality phone calls, you should be really careful when pausing them, because they might be overall profitable if you take the bigger picture. But if they're not generating that many high quality phone calls, and overall that might be costing you more and you might be losing with these type of keywords, then you can consider pausing those kind of keywords. So that's for keywords, and you can do the same for ad groups as well. So you can sort the ad groups from high to low, and if repeated ad groups are coming again and again, you can do the same. You need to look at the number of price shoppers or low quality phone calls coming from here, and also at the same time you need to look at their higher quality phone calls or form submissions coming from these ad groups. And with that way, after taking bigger picture, you need to measure whether you're making profit or losing with this way. If you are unprofitable with these keywords, ad groups, or campaigns, then you can consider pausing these ones. And the next thing on our list, after that, you can consider increasing your budget for higher quality keywords, or it could be with higher quality ad groups and campaigns as well. So let's say you have identified the keywords, ad groups, and campaigns which are higher quality, and then after pausing the lower quality ones, you need to allocate the rest of the budget for the higher quality keywords. Or you can even increase the budget for higher quality keywords, ad groups, and campaigns, so that you can continue getting more higher quality phone calls with the existing budget, or even with your higher ad spend. So let's say you can sort them by the number of conversions you are getting. And let's say these keywords are profitable, and you can keep them and give more budget for these keywords, for example. As you can see, their cost per conversion is good, and compared to the average, they are doing fine. But for example, I would not include that, because the cost per conversion in the last 30 days is a bit expensive in this specific keyword, but the rest of the keywords seems fine in this category. That's how you can give more budget with the keywords that are converting better and their cost per conversions are good. And this can apply to any industry. For example, you might be electrician, plumbing, locksmith, towing, and you can apply these kind of principles. And the next thing on our list, you should add more higher quality buyer focused keywords. So let's say you have existing keywords here, and these are converting good already. And you can find more similar keywords by going to the search terms report as well. And after going there, you can find the keywords, again, that are consistently bringing conversions. Also, their cost per conversion should be good. And you can find and add those kind of keywords as well. So that's one way. And another way would be, you can go to the tools, and under planning, you can go to the keyword planner and find more new keyword ideas. And from there, you can also add more keywords. But make sure that when adding keywords from keyword planner, those keywords should not be the type of keywords that were attracting price shoppers, and try to include only the type of keywords that are bringing you higher quality phone calls and form submissions, because even if certain keywords might look relevant, the nature of the keyword might attract lower quality, price shoppers type of phone calls. So that's why try to include the type of keywords from Keyword Planner that are very similar to higher performing keywords. Otherwise, as I told you, can add your higher quality keywords that you haven't added already from Search Terms Report as well. And the next thing on our list, you should avoid generic, lower quality informational type of keywords. That can attract price shoppers as well. So let's see that example. So we're in the tools and the planning. We're going to go to Keyword Planner and click on Discover New Keywords. So from here, let's say it can be applied to any service industry, but as an example, let's say we're in the locksmith industry. And from here, try to include buyer intent type of keywords rather than informational type of keywords. So for example, here, locksmith could be very generic. It can attract high quality users. At the same time, it can attract informational medium type of users. But if you include the keyword locksmith near me, the quality can be higher because somebody is looking for services or a locksmith specialist in their area. Again, car key replacement could be mixed intent, and that could be an informational type of keyword. Or there might be other industry specific terms, such as people are not looking for services, but they're looking for solution with do-it-yourself terms. For example, how to do something, how to open something. The meaning might be close to that, and those could be informational type of keywords. And I would suggest you to include mostly service specific commercial buyer intent type of keywords so that you can increase your chance of converting more of those users into high quality phone calls and form submissions. And the next thing on our list, you should use your headlines and descriptions to pre-qualify users before they click on your ad. So let's see that example. So we're seeing one of our example ad, and if you're gonna see that, let's say again we're seeing an example of a locksmith industry. And if they are located in New York, for example, and you are providing services in Tampa, for example, you can say car unlock services in Tampa. Or if they're looking for residential locksmith services, but you are talking about car unlock services, which means related to cars, you can pin your headlines, and before even they click on your ad, they can see that you're not the type of business they're looking for, or you don't offer the type of services they're looking for. By pinning the headlines and descriptions, you can pre-qualify users, and before even they click on your ad, you can filter those kind of users and you can save some budget with that way. So you need to work on your headlines and descriptions, and they can be really beneficial to filter irrelevant traffic by correctly creating your headlines and descriptions and by pinning them. And the next thing is you can use conversion tracking, and conversion tracking can also help you to qualify higher quality phone calls or more of your conversions, or by increasing the restrictions of your conversion tracking, you can help improve the quality of your conversions. Maybe you are tracking even lower quality phone calls as a conversion. So let's say maybe you need to increase the criteria of a phone call to be a conversion. So let's see that example. So here we're going to see the list of conversions we have. So we have phone calls coming from the ads, and it might include phone call button clicks coming from the website. But let's say for call length, we're considering call length more than 30 seconds. If call length, let's say less than 30 seconds or less than 20 seconds, 10 seconds, we're not considering them as a conversion with these calls coming directly from ads. Or if you're tracking submit button rather than form success message, you might be also tracking lower quality bot clicks as well. If you're running especially Performance Max type of campaigns, it can attract a lot of bot clicks as well, and it might consider that as a conversion. And that's why tracking conversions properly and trying to track higher quality conversions can also help you spend your budget more efficiently and get higher quality phone calls, form submissions, or at least it can help you improve your overall budget efficiency. And the last thing in our list, you should continuously optimize based on buyer quality rather than call quantity. So all of the strategies that I told, maybe in your specific use cases, there might be other specific problems, but the overall idea is don't just include any phone calls you get as a conversion. And your main goal shouldn't be to get as many number of phone calls as possible, because most of those phone calls can be lower quality and spam related phone calls. And your overall goal should be to get as many higher quality phone calls as possible that can increase your revenue after running Google Ads. So for that, again, you need to work on your search terms report. You need to fix your conversion tracking. You need to work on your headlines and descriptions, overall campaign quality, and you need to also work on your landing pages and make sure that all of those strategies are focused to bring you as many higher quality phone calls as possible rather than just the volume of phone calls. So guys, these are some of the ways if you want to get more higher quality phone calls, or if you guys want my help to generate phone calls or form submissions for your business using Google Ads, you can also apply to work with me and I can help you manage your Google Ads account. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video and see you guys in my other videos.